All right, Hoppothetically, episode 62. We're back.
Yeah.
You see that guy who I don't know the word. The guy who lit himself on fire for Palestine?
Yeah. No, I heard about it.
I was talking about this with another comic friend, but I feel like in today's climate, you could get that level of attention by doing like a dance. Yet, like, do a dance.
I bet you get more attention.
Like, who's bigger, that girl who does the dances where her clothes change, or the fire guy?
Yeah. You get to heaven and all they talk to you about is how you should have...
They're asking you about the clothes change dance girl.
Yeah.
They want to know about her because she's so engaging.
They go to monks and they teach them how to make their self-sacrifice more engaging for larger
Yeah.
audiences. They're like, yeah, lighting yourself on fire, that's something. But, like, if you want to get an audience...
Yeah. You need to meet them when they're... Think about who your audience is.
Yeah, worry about...
Is it pieces of wood? No, then maybe fire's not the best.
Yeah, think about the algorithm. What are other trends people doing?
Yeah, and the guy...
Maybe do an...
While he's on fire, it's like, fuck. It's like, well, now we have to bleep that. So
Yeah.
think about things like that. Maybe don't swear so much when you're on fire.
Lights himself on fire and then tries to do an AMA about being on fire.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
My name's Nick.
Oh!
I'm on fire.
He starts it normal. Hey, I'm Nathan and I'm on, and then he's just screaming for the rest of it. They're like, no, you need to answer the questions.
Yeah, it's about engagement.
Read some of the live comments.
Yeah, Mr. Beast, like, if you can be on fire for 1 hour, I will give you 10,000.
I got people from ages 0 to 100, and I lit them all on fire.
You know what actually movie scene feels like almost a Mr. Beast video?
Saving Private Ryan?
No, the scene where Joker has captured Lau and has him tied up in that chair on that huge stack of money.
Yeah.
And then the Italian guy's like, what you going to do with all your money? And then he'd turn to the camera and be like, I like gunpowder and gasoline. And you know what those things have in common? They're cheap. So I'm going to burn my house. And then why don't we catch you up and feed you to your pooches? And then we'll see how loyal a hungry dog really is. Smash that subscribe button.
Hit that noti bell.
Yeah. Were you telling another story?
No.
Oh, the guy
Who lit himself on fire?
who lives on fire. My sort of earnest response to that was I didn't care for it.
Yeah, I don't. It's not great.
I'm trying to talk about this in a way that's funny yet wholesome and G-rated.
Yeah, I don't.
And
I really don't know how to
I'm
approach
struggling,
it.
Yeah.
Keep trying to think of campfire jokes, but that feels really insensitive.
Right.
Yeah, to him burning to death. The wood angle
But
was
he
funny,
wanted
though.
us to talk about it. That's why you do that.
I guess.
Or he wanted us to talk about Israel
But he
Palestine.
wanted, he
but
wants
that
a really
stinks.
specific conversation that I will not have.
Well, plus, I don't think anybody's changing their mind off that. I mean, you're making the pro-Israel people just talk about how pro-Israel they are.
But if they were really pro-Israel, they would burn themselves to death.
Yeah, that would stink if you showed up to burn yourself to death and there was another guy also burning himself to death. And then you're both trying to moan louder.
Yeah, scream harder.
They're both burning, and the guy's like, I'm going to kick your ass. Yeah, they're fighting.
They have to take breaks to just scream.
Yeah, and if you're both burning and you punch somebody, is that assault? You probably actually, where you punch them hurts slightly less than the burning. They're like, oh, please punch me again. I want to be distracted from the fire by your punches.
Do you think would people get upset if you used like the birthday candle lighter to do it? Do you think that would diminish it at all? Or you think people wouldn't notice that?
Yeah. If the fire department comes around, they're like, quick, put him out. And they're like, but don't say what your wish is.
Yeah, don't tell
or else it won't come true.
Why? I don't like the normal lighters. They're too hard.
He's got one of those long ones.
Yeah. It's not working.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be the guy burning himself to death that who's just, give me a minute.
And then you burn your finger.
Yeah. You're like, ow, fuck, and you drop it, and you don't ever burn yourself. And then you have to ask around for a lighter. Like, do you have a lighter?
Yeah,
and
I wonder.
You're clearly covered in oil.
Yeah, I wonder how many of those people back out of it, and then they have to take the subway home covered in gasoline. And they're like, yeah, no, I had a weird accident at the pump, so sorry for the smells.
One of my coworkers came in one time because the pump broke while she was doing it and got gas all over herself. And she came in crying. It was like,
people were
home?
like, pro Palestine?
Yeah.
She was like, no!
Yeah, you will be. And then we threw it.
Yeah, we have matches.
Woo!
It's Palestine Day here at the office. We're making a statement.
You know how the Voyager 1, we sent like the golden record? It was a bunch of information for aliens. Like one day, if it goes far enough out, aliens will read it and has some vague
and
numbers.
Eat it and be like, that sucked.
Yeah.
Earth is dumb. Gross.
Oh, this was not food.
Yuck. You want to try it? Maybe I'm just being an ass. All right, let me.
The question is just, we get one back, and it's just like, okay, cool.
Yeah. Nice. I like that second song.
Yeah.
Anyway, have a good weekend.
Yeah, it's just like LOL, okay, cool, thanks. And it's like, oh my God. Like they're not ghosting us, but they clearly don't want to keep the conversation going.
Right, yeah, they don't
Yeah.
hit the ball back.
Yeah. Do we send another message? What do we do? We find out they're
we send
aliens
another
and they're
one,
not.
and then don't get a message, and then we do a double
we double
mission.
we send two records.
Dude, you double mission?
Yeah. Or they're just we send theirs back with just the word read on it.
Yeah.
Like we've read their message.
We're trying to play it cool?
Yeah. We don't want to come off weird, but yeah, they sent back okay, period.
In a way that it takes us like months to
Yeah,
decipher.
months of like Morse code, binary stuff in a different language. We have our best linguist.
We
It's
have to invent something, and it's just,
yeah. It's the plot of what's that one movie about linguists?
It's actually debatable whether it was okay or just K. There's a big like argument about that. It gets heated and political.
Yeah. What's the fucking goddamn? What's the movie? The space weird octopus alien movie where they have to translate their language and learn the weird circle language.
The King's Speech.
No, God, that's what the King's Speech was about. Deciphering time travel alien thing.
That's why he's talking like that, because he's getting messages from another like realm. He's like,
Yeah, he goes in front of everyone, and instead of stuttering, he's like, "Whoa!" And everyone's like, "Whoa!" He doesn't stutter at all.
If you watch the extended cut of King's Speech, it's like octopus.
Yeah,
while he's talking about why Hitler's bad. Hitler.
Weird portals appear with tentacle monsters, and then Cthulhu Reigns begins. And it's the King's Speech. Yeah. But everyone as they're dying horrifically, like, dude, he didn't stutter once, dude. We're really impressed.
He sounded good.
Dude, the Nazis are intimidated.
No. The King's Speech did sort of imply that if
the king
the guy
stuttered, the
couldn't get over his
Nazis
stutter,
would
then
win.
Hitler would win. Like Hitler's also listening, like, damn it!
Oh, they win!
Stutter.
Yeah,
Well,
goes on stage afterwards to do a counter speech, and he accidentally stumbles over some words.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why he shot himself.
Yeah. Or what it was the whole country of Britain was playing a drinking game with how many times the king stuttered.
Yeah.
So they were a horribly ineffective fighting force because they were so trash.
Yeah, and then for that one time.
In this one speech, they were like, oh, we got to fight the Nazis. I keep getting so trashed every time this loser talks.
Trying to think of a funny version of all the weird speech stuff you would teach him to do.
Yeah, like when he's like, put the marbles in your mouth. And he's like, I have so many. And the guy's like, I put more in my mouth. Yeah, or he's like, okay, now spit him out. Now, he puts them all in his mouth. Now watch this. Can I go? Nope, we still got 10 more minutes.
No, put them in your mouth, but from my mouth.
Yeah.
You want me to kiss you? No, I'm going to drop them.
Could that be a funny, just quick sketch?
What?
Just parroting that scene where the guy stutters and he's like, put these marbles in your mouth. And the guy's like, I don't think this is working. And he's like, it's working.
Delicious. The king was incomprehensible, but if only you knew how many marbles he had jammed in his mouth the whole time he was giving that
So
speech.
hot. Yeah. Oh, keep talking, little piggy. One more for daddy. Oh, no. Don't try to spit him out.
Yeah, one more. Hold.
Now for the pee. My lord. The king of piss and marbles.
He doesn't need to speak. It speaks for itself.
A beautiful creation.
Months and months of all that weird gibberish, and then he goes, he's like, did this help me with stuttering? No, I just was fucking with you. You paid me a lot of money for like 8 months. What were we talking about? Oh, they send back
just K.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they keep getting our messages at like really late at night, and they're like, God.
It's not going. Ours is going to our president, but they communicate with a lot more people. Like they're more popular, so that's just one random dude gets the Earth messages, and it's just like,
Sure, yeah, we assume that because it's from our government that it will go to their government,
yeah,
but it's just to a guy who's just like a bored weirdo.
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
like, hey, I got this like civilization I'm like sexting with. He thinks he's sexting.
I keep sending me standing and them getting bent over.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're getting it at all, really.
Yeah, that would we send stuff to an alien which he finds provocative and keeps sending stuff that we can't decipher, but it's his penis.
Yeah, it's
And
just
then
dick pics.
like everything. We're like, oh, it's beautiful architecture, and then the alien arrives and the dick looks exactly like that, and we're like, oh man,
Oh, dude.
well,
I guess
we're
we're
Americans.
fucked.
We're
Yeah.
not a tease.
We're gonna fuck. We find out it goes to like their. It's like, yeah, we give them to their children as pen pals.
Yeah. You've been sending my dick to children? Yeah. I had a thought. This isn't quite a question, but just a thought, maybe a bit premise, but just a thought I had on the way home. But you know how when people get out of prison, or people in prison are like really jacked? Mm-hmm. Why are we letting the most violent, evil people get really buff? Yeah, if I was running for office, I'd be like, no more workout equipment at prison. Ice cream at prison. Ice cream and video games at prison. Don't worry, there'll be bad video games. They'll be punished. It's going to be it's going to be super ghouls and ghosts, but it doesn't save ever. It's just like randomly cuts off. I mean, that's the worst kind
Super
of hell.
Ghouls and Ghosts doesn't save.
Yeah, but it doesn't even save as you go. Like, it'll just randomly cut off, and you're like at the beginning. I mean, could you imagine a worse punishment?
I like Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
Right, but your progress is deleted at random.
Yeah, I used to play it on emulators, and that would happen.
Yeah.
And I was totally fine with that.
Well, I think prison's not about punishment. It's about rehabilitation.
It's teaching you the patience of dealing with that, and you become a better man.
But anyway, I just don't think as a policy we should be giving all the criminals super strength.
Probably.
And that they're all going in taking classes. Now they're smart.
They'll almost be like better civilized people.
Well,
What
no,
if they
no.
take my job?
We're training no, because these are criminals. That's the thing that they are.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
are training them to be super criminals. We're literally making super villains. Buff, smart villains. I played this guy at a comedy club at chess. And we start playing, and he's got like on the wall all the other people he's beaten at chess, like at the club. He's like this comedy club is like best chess player. And he goes, "Yeah, I learned how to play chess in prison." And then we played, and I absolutely kicked his ass. And I was like, yeah, man, I learned on the internet where the fucking good people are. You stink.
Okay, you're like the head of a superhero team or whatever. Like, think like the Avengers. But they keep being late and not showing up and doing a bad job because they want to stay as dehydrated as they can to keep their abs. Like, it's this. They're doing the same thing that actors do.
But
they're
Aquaman just can't. He's always like bloated.
Yeah, he
I
can't.
guess for Marvel, it's Namor. But yeah, he's just like, I keep trying, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I look old. It makes me look pruny, not jacked.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you don't have to take off your shirt before we start every mission. And he's like, well,
Yeah,
what?
What's the job, boss?
And then one time he finally just shows up on time, rips off the shirt, and he looks like shit. And like, oh, go home.
I thought.
Yeah. So the person he's trying to save is like, do not save me.
I thought my contribution was more than my body. No.
No, dude. No one cares that you have powers. They care about your if you're gorgeous.
Yeah, who is more powerful, gorgeous lady or man who can fuck fish? A guy yelling at Aquaman being like, we could all fuck fish, bro. I don't know why you want to talk to him. It's worse that you can talk to them.
Yeah,
when
it's
you fuck
weird.
them.
Yeah, yeah.
You can hear them say no.
For us, there's ambiguity. But for
Right.
you, there's just shame. You really made this really specific about Aquaman.
Well, there's also Aqualad. You want to hear a funny story from today that this reminded me of? I'm doing a set today, and I was doing my Ratatouille joke about if the Ratatouille was... It's actually a question from the podcast. Check out episode whatever the fuck. It's titled What If Ratatouille Was Realistic, but it's Ratatouille making you grab a rat and putting the rat on its head. I
hate this
And then
bit.
it's like fucking the female rat, and you hear the like...
Yeah. We know that. Yes, we know the concept. You don't need to remind the viewers. I don't like it.
Anyway, so I was like, yeah, so you would hear that. And this woman goes, the rape? And I was like, what? And she's like, the rape? And I was like, I mean, I get, it's like, it's still just a rat having sex with a rat. I don't think it's more rape than it was before because you're involved. Like, I think the male rats more or less rape the female rats by our standards of consent. And it was kind of this weird moment. And then she came up after the show and she apologized and she was like, hey, I'm sorry if I made that weird. I was like, no, it's okay. And she was like, no, I wasn't calling you out. I just thought you couldn't think of the word.
That you were making the noise out of the...
She thought when I was like, then the rats would, that I was like, oh, what's that thing that like men do? it's like angry, it's like mean fuck. Like what is that?
Yeah,
Like, I was like,
yeah.
it's on tip of my tongue. Oh, rape. It's rape. That's earnestly what she thought. Which I found delightful. Rhymes with date. What is it? So it's just that the Avengers are too concerned with
Their bodies,
their rockin' bods.
Yeah, and they're not as effective because they're really concerned about their rockin' bodies.
Yeah, I want someone in an interview, they'd be like, why aren't there any fat superheroes? And Superman's like, oh, there are. They're just not on this team.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just around. They don't even get costumes.
Yeah.
Because they're fat. They're not going to wear costumes.
Yeah.
The costumes are very tight. They wear khakis.
We call them, we're the Justice League, they're the Fat
They
League.
wear big coats. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe they would do more for us if you stopped calling them the Fat League. It's like, well, they should lose weight.
Yeah, it's just a fun scientific that using your powers does not burn calories. It's all just magic. It's effortless, apparently. And the only fat character I can think of is in Naruto. There's
Toji, but his powers is being
he can get even fatter.
Yeah. And then he can turn into a butterfly.
It's Choji.
Choji, yeah.
Choji.
But he gets fatter and fatter and fatter, but it was really a fat cocoon because he turns into a butterfly and then loses all the weight.
Right, that was like supposed to be, I think, a metaphor for that. If you wait long enough,
if you get fat
people,
enough, you will.
They'll get skinny later, so don't count them out.
Or they'll die.
Yeah, I mean, that was literally his problem. He's like, I have this super move I can do where I lose all the weight, but it might kill me. And then he does, and he's like, actually, it didn't, and my life is fabulous.
And I'm going to gain the weight again.
Bulimia, children. Yeah, that's
fat
his
is
move.
a hell, but anorexia is a beautiful butterfly.
That's Choji when he does the handstand. He's like, oh, he's throwing up lunch, and there goes breakfast. The chakra that must take so much chakra. I see the eggs. The yolks didn't break. He doesn't chew.
Still good in a fight. They're still doing all their hand signs. He has a ton of time.
Yeah, they're like, oh god. Yeah.
The
And then they
Kakashi's
tries
the
to high five him later. Yeah, he does the copying.
Yeah, he's like, wait, what?
The copy ninja. He has to through his mask.
I don't think I need to copy this.
Yeah. I'm already pretty thin.
Yeah.
I mean, the superheroes would get remarks on their looks much more.
Oh, yeah. They would be. I mean, if they wore the same suits.
There would be like low crime, and some paparazzi would get like a picture of like Batman at the beach just looking tubby.
Yeah.
Batman's tubby.
Yeah.
All the criminals are like, let's get out there.
Yeah.
He's like, guys, I'm with my family. I want to play Frisbee.
Yeah, crime rates soar as their bodies get like worse and worse shape.
Yeah, the news reporters would be hesitant. It'd be like how Fauci like wouldn't tell people the real. They'd be like, no, Batman's not getting fat.
Yeah,
like,
Batman's
clearly
really
he's like huge. They're like, no, he's actually buffer. That he's got such big muscles that it's one big ab.
Yeah. They were like doing all that, and then Joker has a press release where he's like got the fucking cum gutters
shredded,
and like, oh, we're so fucked.
I could see a shredded Joker, killing someone for dropping the weights loudly.
Yeah.
It seems like something that would set him off, and he'd follow you home, and he's like under your bed, and then he bench presses your bed into the ceiling.
That was like the villain of one of the Batman video games, right? It was just Joker.
It was just
really,
buff Joker.
Yeah, just really ripped Joker.
Which I did think was not in character for like buff Joker. Just it's weird.
Yeah.
Don't skip leg day, Batman. I feel like he couldn't even. He would have to only laugh on the exhales. He'd be like, Joker has good form.
Yeah.
You'd think he'd be chaotic and like there's like different ways to work out. There's like doing it with form and then just forcing it up. And you'd think Joker would be one of those,
No,
but
he's
actually
very organized. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's organized chaos.
Right, yeah. He's able to inflict such chaos in the rest of his life because at the gym he is centered.
Yeah. The thing is, in the
Joker's
same way,
like, gym is my time.
in the same way he earns a bunch of money and then burns it all down, he gets shredded and then just starts eating tons of cake. Just gets super fat, ruins it.
Sorry, I'm still thinking it.
No.
When I'm doing crime, I'm the embodiment of chaos. But when I'm at Crunch Fitness, I'm just Glenn. Batman and Joker keep getting weird power creep.
How is Joker getting power creep?
He's just they love since the Dark Knight that he's like a mystery. So people are like, actually, I think the Joker's like 400 years old. Like they just keep making him weirder and crazier and like more just the embodiment of disorder and chaos and anarchy. And he's just like not a guy. Like it'll be like there was an earthquake in like Chechnya and like somehow it was like the Joker.
Yeah. Constantly wondering if he's like Benjamin Franklin.
Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah.
Inventing or discovering that you can harness electricity with a kite and a key does seem like a scheme. Like that's like a classic Joker scheme, from the 60s, the silly Joker. He's like, I'm going to get people to hold these kites. They'll be electrocuted. Yeah. Or he becomes a real estate agent and you close on a house and he's like, okay, here's your key. And it's a kite. What's that? Don't worry about it. Enjoy your new home.
Yeah.
Better get in. There's a storm coming.
Yeah. You try to buy the house on this day and he checks his phone. He's like, the weather looks too good. We'll try tomorrow.
Yeah, trust me, the house looks beautiful and gray.
Right before the nor'easter. That's when you want to buy.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like your question was sort of just the boys.
What?
Your question was like largely just the boys. I'm actually taking mental pains to not just be like, yeah, there'd be like a Superman who's like too patriotic, and and they're like, they literally do that. The speedster in that show.
Oh, he does. Yeah,
he gains a little bit of weight.
I honestly hadn't considered the boys until you said it, and I was like, yeah, that is very similar.
It's just the same. It's the same thing.
It's real bumps. Yeah.
And any way I would heighten your question would just lead us more to the boys.
Yeah. Okay. Next question.
But maybe, what if we kept heightening the question and accurately predicted the boys season 3?
They've had season 3.
Wow.
Okay. My next question is, what if Invincible?
Yeah. You have a machine that you can clone yourself, but every clone you make is grumpier than the last.
Like the Prestige, but the show gets more and more shitty
Yeah,
and hard
you
to
don't have
watch.
to kill them, but just like after your 4th clone,
Oh,
you
dude,
make a
after the
clone
4th or 5th, you do have to kill them.
Right.
They are horrible.
They literally come out of the thing like, ugh,
yeah.
what?
The show is instead I make the clone, the audience sees how shitty they are, and then they get to watch him drown.
Yeah, there's no magic.
Yeah, it's just, wow, that guy sucks. Oh, thank God. No more of him.
But you make a clone, you're like, all right, go do my laundry. And he's like, fuck you, why haven't you done it already? That's so annoying. I have to do my own laundry. You don't have any clothes. Shut up. Why would you bring that up? He is grumpy. He has not had his coffee yet. You can, that's the second rule. You can give the clones their coffee, and then they're not grumpy, but they don't want the coffee.
Yeah.
Because it's too late in the day.
But if you give them
they're
food
like, it's 1:30. I don't want coffee. And you're like, I know you need coffee.
and if you give them food or drinks after midnight, they get fat.
I mean, they're people. They're like you.
You didn't like that joke?
Was you sort of riffing on that?
Yeah, if you feed them after midnight, they like turn into a monster, and the turn was that they're just people that get fat.
I had a sort of
You
idea.
didn't fucking, I like that. Okay.
I wasn't 100% sure that's what you were riffing on, but I was pretty sure.
I said if you feed or give them water after midnight. I said the exact
but
rules
it's also
of them.
just a thing they say, don't eat late.
That is the turn of the joke. Yeah, you figured out the fuck it, dude. Yeah, whatever.
I have a line in my act right now about buying from bulk at Costco, and then I get fat, and it turns out I was the bulk. What if I was the incredible bulk? You wouldn't like me when I'm angry because I eat a lot, and then I get huge.
Yeah. And it's really upsetting.
Do you turn green? No, more skin color, bigger.
Yeah. You ever seen The Whale? It's like that. Hard to watch. And then I fall on my daughter.
Yeah, actually, it's not you wouldn't like me when I'm hungry. It's I don't like me when I'm hungry. I'm so disappointed in myself. The more you fight him, the hungrier he gets. Fighting's hungry work. I'm such a loser. I'm sorry, what was the question?
Every clone you make is grumpier.
Grumpier than the last, unless you get them their coffee.
Then they're normal. So it's I have to have.
They don't want coffee. It's 1:30. They got to get to bed.
Why are you cloning them at 1:30? This was more
You
of like-
procrastinated. Yeah. You should have gotten up and made your clone.
Yeah, maybe I was the clone. I did it so they could go into my job while I had fun, but I'm not doing my performance at work. It's been terrible.
Yeah.
My wife's mad at me all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing the work, and but people keep saying I need an attitude adjustment. Yeah, I mean, what would you like in movies and stuff? Clones seem to they're pretty chipper, even though their life is work and then non-existence.
Yeah,
they're so indoctrinated.
It's like
in
a
the
reverse
capitalist system.
with that Paul Rudd show. It's like the reverse of that.
I don't know the Paul Rudd show.
Oh, really? It was really good, but I think it got canceled after one season because
It
nobody
was
watched
like
it.
making out with myself or something.
Yeah. It's just him. He made a clone, and they made out for the
Do
rest
you think
of the
Naruto?
show.
You know how he can make clones?
Mm-hmm.
How many times? Because he's like a teenage boy. How many times is he like shadow clone jutsu, and then the clone's like, and the clone's like, I'm not gonna give you a hand job, and he's like, okay, and then just, and he just keeps.
Well, he
trying.
had sexy jutsu.
Yeah, and the clone's like, I'm not doing that for you.
Yeah.
I'll do it to fight, but I'm not doing it for you. But I'm like, he's like, oh, we got to perfect the technique. And they're like, no. But anyway, he doesn't, like, you wouldn't totally understand how the clones work, so I bet he just keeps trying to make more clones until he gets one weird clone that's like, let's fuck. That's why he can make so many clones, because he's just does that all. He's always making clones to find that one fuck clone.
Yeah.
That's why it's a forbidden jutsu.
It's so good.
Because you'll fuck yourself. You keep making clones until you find the fuck clone, and then you wear out your
when
chakra.
when you find people that are very good at shadow clone, all you think is like that. It's like when you see someone with like a mad case of jerk off arm. You're like, oh, dude, you're really good at shadow clone jutsu. jujitsu. And Madara's were very powerful, so he was doing some weird stuff, dude. Some kinky stuff.
Yeah.
He waited for the one who's like, we're going to turn into mechas.
And sex with the mechas?
Yeah, that was the implication.
The mechas having with a weird penis that if it touches you, it sucks your soul into this other dimension. You know, the thing Itachi has. Orochimaru's like, oh, you had the cock of illusions this whole time. Grumpy clone.
I don't know about Naruto. This is pretty hard. Because I'm not a fucking nerd.
Naruto.
You never really know about Naruto?
I wish I could go to a library and transfer my knowledge of Naruto to almost anything else. If I could change it, even at a poor exchange rate, because Naruto knowledge isn't the best.
But like you memorize where half the keys are on the keyboard.
That's what I get from my Naruto.
Yeah. Would you do that trade? Half the keys in the keyboard, because I've seen you type. I know you don't know where the keys are perfectly.
I can touch type.
I've watched you do it, and you look down a bunch.
I don't.
Okay.
I never look down.
Okay, you don't look down.
I don't spell anything correctly. I say gibberish. There's numbers in there. No one understands anything. I call everyone. What's
weird is I can't really do touch type, but because I do programming, I really know where all the brackets are, which is just not. Yeah, if you need square brackets, curly brackets, parentheses, I can crush that. But you get to like letters.
Yeah.
Useless.
So you know how there's like there's like third wave feminism and now fourth wave feminism?
No, actually.
You've never heard of this?
I've heard of third wave feminism, but I don't know what fourth wave is or what
I think
means.
now it's fourth wave. It's the woke, whatever the fuck's.
Yeah.
I don't know the thing. But anyway, fifth wave feminism is about surfing specifically.
Yeah, feminism becomes less about women's rights and more
about the waves. It's
the
waves. Fifth wave. It's that women want to be able to nurse babies while surfing. And all these men are like, hey, that seems dangerous for the baby. And it's like, are you a mother?
Yeah. Did you know?
I carried this radical baby for 9 months.
Women are only getting
salty.
70% of the good beach vibes. For every one big kahuna you're getting, we're getting 70% of a little kahuna.
I like the image of a woman insisting she can breastfeed while riding a wave. Mm-hmm. And they're like, that's dangerous. And it's making the milk salty. It wipes out. But she's got the baby strapped to her ankle, so it's okay. She can...
Yeah. Pull it back
Surfboard
in.
on this one, baby on this one.
Yeah.
Pulls them both back, mixes it up, then she does the next wave on the baby. Surfboard up to her nip.
Yeah, wipe out based abortions.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Watch out, the board's going to hit you. I know. I keep thinking it's about sound waves.
Sixth wave feminism. Women deserve the right to go at very high pitches.
It's going more and more. Worry about color waves and stuff.
Yeah.
Women should be allowed in the ultraviolet spectrum.
But it's literally invisible. Just like the pay gap is to you, Senator.
And they just start getting really into subatomic particles, and they just become Stephen Hawking at the end of it.
Yeah, is light a photon or a wave? I don't know, but is it a man or a woman?
Yeah. In that story, was that photon a woman?
Yeah.
I bet it wasn't. Photon and lawyers, you just assume men, doctors. Until women become just pure energy. The penultimate goal for feminism is the literal sun.
Why do you always do that? Penultimate means second to... it's the second to ultimate.
Yeah. Red dwarf would be the ultimate.
I think you think penultimate is like saying ultimate with a flourish.
Yeah, I do think so.
It's not.
Obviously,
it's a different word.
I obviously don't know words.
That's such a weird, funny malapropism. Because what you're going for is being snobbier. Penultimate.
What you're going for is hurting my feelings.
I mean, what are the things feminists want? Were there people when the bathroom stuff was happening, like weird, like people who, like forestry people who were just like, shit outside. Everybody just shit outside. I shit outside. I shit outside with men, women, bears.
Should we let women near our poop holes? I don't think so.
Yeah, nobody got it. Nobody took that angle. That what if women's poops are stinkier?
No. No one did take that angle, actually.
No, they didn't.
What was the original? Oh, the waves thing?
It's Big Kahuna, like a woman. And they're like, yeah, it already was that. Oh. I assumed it was Kahuna. It's a haunted house, like a yearly haunted house for kids, but it takes place at a nursing home. Like the elderly are like, let's scare the kids. They'll love it. We want the kids in here.
Yeah.
They love Halloween.
You go in, it looks just the same, and you're just very upset with what...
It's existentially upsetting.
Oh, Jesus. They are not getting taken care of. Is this what the golden years are going to be like?
Maybe that's how they try to disguise their elder abuse. They're like, no, it's like a Halloween thing.
Yeah. Where we don't give them the right medicine.
Yeah, and we eat their pudding in front of them.
Yeah, what's the scary part about this? Well, you're going to have a conversation with one of them, and you have to hold it for like 30 minutes. And they do not get a lot of conversation. Or just, and you get in there and your grandma walks up and reminds you of how little you visit.
Yeah, or it's like you're going through and one of the old people dressed as a monster like has a heart attack and dies. And then at the end, they're like, gotcha. And you're like, oh, was he faking? And they're like, no, he wasn't. It's just nobody cares. So it's still, we still think of it as kind of a goof, even though what you think happened.
That would probably one of the best places for, ghosts would most likely be there since some people die.
Most ghosts would be at nursing homes.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, fuck.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Even they won't talk to the still living seniors.
Surprisingly, those ghosts do very, very boring. Very boring stuff.
You're going through a senior haunted house. And it's just a mummy comes up and it's like, I shit my pants. Then you keep going and it's a werewolf who's like, I shit my pants. Everyone just shit their pants. All right, I get it. I mean, it's not scary. I wish you'd stop telling me. Yeah. Ooh, I shit my pants. Yeah.
You're the guy clearly just said, what are you? I'm a guy that pooped himself. Oh, you're not even trying.
I'm the poop monster. Yeah, but you're always the poop monster. What are you for Halloween, though?
I'm a guy that didn't shit myself. Like,
wow. Let me check. No, I did. Yeah. And then on Christmas, it's colostomy fight. Throwing
a white elephant where all you get is colostomy bags. Oh. These are all awful.
Colostomy fight. Merry Christmas, everyone. It's a brown Christmas. That would be the fun part about nursing homes.
The colostomy bag fights?
Yeah. Hey, check this out. Everyone thinks they eat pudding at nursing homes, but it's not pudding.
It was Jesus.
It was Jell-O before. It was actually it was a cup of water.
I just imagine someone opening a pudding, going round 2. That's awful. I didn't even like that joke. It was gross.
Well, you're gross.
Yeah, I am.
You're gross and you're gay.
Wow. You know how, like in Avatar, he's trying to find a way to take away the Fire Lord's bending, but he can't think of. He doesn't want to kill him, but he wants to take away his bending. That he goes, instead of doing the weird thing, he goes like Dark Knight Returns and just fucking breaks his neck, but doesn't kill him. Like, and he's like, I took away his bending and his ability to walk.
Yeah. He's like, I figured I was so conflicted about whether or not to kill him, and I found the moral path, and everyone's like, Aang.
Whoa.
You fuck.
Yeah, and then he just starts doing that to solve like all of his fights. He just leaves these fucked up.
I'm taking your bending away.
Wait.
Please don't.
Just boom. Oh, God damn it. Vegetables can't fight.
Yeah, but it's not energy bending, it's vegetable bending. Spine bending. An Avatar: The Last Airbender themed professional wrestler. I'm the spine bender. That's what the big turtle tells him. The turtle's like,
break his neck.
Break it. And but he says all that mystic stuff.
And then he goes, if you break from the T3,
man has blah, 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 blah. What does that mean? Just break his neck.
He just goes, he's like, and then if you, from the T3 to the T4 spine, if you sever that.
Yeah, it's easy. Yeah. You don't even need bending. You just punch him.
Every past Avatar is like, well, have you tried breaking his spine?
Yeah, break his neck.
Yeah. You can still eat. You can still feed him.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be in jail for the rest of his life anyway. Then you can cut off his arms and legs, less to feed.
There's a state in which people, where their frontal lobe is no longer functioning and not firing, but their spinal cord technically hasn't stopped sending and receiving signals. You might classify that as alive, so that's still good to go. You're still in the no-killing policy there.
The big turtle's like, and his cock still works. Not connected to the spinal cord. So, I mean, he's still, cock still works. And he's like, what? He's just saying.
Yeah, it's just
saying cock still works. And he sort of fades away. Cock still works.
I didn't have anything for that. I just really, really liked the whole, I took away his bending and his ability to walk.
took his bending away. Wow, you really can't bend anymore? Kill me. No, that would be immoral. I talked to a lot of people about this, and this is the good thing. You'll never hurt anyone again.
It's harmony.
Yeah. Yeah, the world is back in balance now. Anyway, who's going to take care of the Fire Lord? Yeah. He's going to need a lot of medical services. Around-the-clock care, really, is what? Zuko?
Zuko?
No, I don't want to do that.
No. My dad. Oh, my God.
Well, someone's going to have to wipe his ass.
Yeah.
We need an earthbender or a waterbender. I think poop is both of those.
It's one of those special subclasses that only a few.
Yeah, Katara, if she can bloodbend, she can poop bend. Just to be mean, she shoves it back in. I'm paralyzed and constipated. I hate the Avatar.
Yeah, one of them is I'm not going to do the poop bending stuff. I do poop bending, but I decided against it. In a cage of poop being like, oh, there's minerals and shit, and then bending it.
Yeah, it's that episode where Katara generates a bunch of sweat. To bend. She takes a monster. What are you doing? Just join me. I thought this out. And so Katara and Toph take Mondo shit. We gotta fight Combustion Man.
They walk in, take the keys. Jesus, just get the fuck out of here.
You guys are psychos.
Yeah. Oh my.
They don't even use it to cut the cage. They just throw the poop through the cage.
It does not help them escape.
Toph's like, brilliant. Oh, now I see what you're doing. Let's throw shit at them.
They don't escape.
No, they're just like, ha! Yeah. Fuck you. Hypothetically random word generator challenge. Let's do this. First words. Death mushroom.
Isn't there like a movie? People that take mushrooms and then they're dying.
There is a movie. That's probably how they thought of it.
Yep.
Industry planet.
Just misunderstood the word industry plant. You like get them use a bunch of musicians and then one's clearly a spherical planet.
What?
You know, like industry plant? How the industry will like plant in famous people. They do. One guy doesn't conceptually like mishears it and thinks he's supposed to plant like a literal planet within the industry. And they,
like some shitty, or you could do it like a planet that like Elon Musk is like, no, let's go to
let's go to Venus, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's great. No, it's great. I've heard great things. I don't know. I think the people aren't that into No, trust me, Venus.
We should go to Planet X. Did you make that up? No. It's totally a thing. It was
named. It says it on there. It's written in Times New Roman.
Yeah. Venus. People didn't want to go to Venus. It's too close to penis. They think it's gay.
Powder uncertainty.
Fentanyl.
Yep. Fentanyl. Can we get serious for a moment here? Yeah. Are you experiencing powder uncertainty?
Are you like, is this baking powder or is this fentanyl?
Yeah, they're going to start putting fentanyl in just anything.
Any white powder.
Just chalk. Your teacher's just like, all right, today we're going to learn about...
Oh, my God.
Oh, I feel so good. Now I'm dead. Colorful doctor. I mean, I like the idea of just a doctor who swears a lot. That's fun. I'm taking out your cunty appendix. All right.
Whoa. I don't have anything for that.
Then I'm going to eat it. Metal. Colorful doctor. I don't know. Can Lane. Cage Rise. Track Hero. Nickname in high school.
Track Hero?
Yeah. Oh, there goes Track Hero. He's so fast. Star Jockey. Yeah, like a comet race, you know, like some sort of ancient
put little
Greek myth.
people
There's like
on...
midgets that rode comets.
Yeah.
What's that comet called? It's called like eating the peanut butter or something.
Not your mom's biscuits.
Yeah, something like that. Party harsh.
Not party hard, but party harsh.
Yeah. Are you working harsh or harshly working?
Yeah. You go to a party, but instead of getting
punching
fucked,
a dog, I professionally punch dogs. I'm both working harsh and harshly working.
Yeah, you leave a party like, dude, you party hard? No, my feelings are hurt. Yeah. It was very mean.
Harsh. Habit portrait. Bush publisher. Where you go and show people your bush. And they're like, I think that's going to be big.
No. You go to a bush editor. And they shave and
you have to kill your darlings.
Yeah. There's a lot of
the grays.
Yeah. When you finally get to the bush publisher, dude, we see tons of bush, dude. That's all we're looking at.
I need to understand what your bush is about in the first 10 seconds.
Yeah.
If I'm still looking at this bush, like, is this a landing strip or what is this going to be? I've already lost interest.
Yeah. Does the carpet match the drapes? Like, show that.
Yeah. Don't tell. Show.
Exactly.
Wisecrack stall.
Thinking of like. As you shit, you get like wisecrack remarks about your...
Well, you know, there's like a lot of bathroom stalls. They have like sort of weird, funny things written in them.
Mm-hmm.
I would love, maybe at the club, to get the funny, like, hey, we have the funniest bathroom. Like, dude, trust me, go shit in the Flophouse bathroom because...
Okay, what about, alternatively, like a glory hole, but it's much higher for your mouth so you can...
Kiss?
Yeah, I guess. I was going to say things out of it, but yeah, you probably just do it.
Kissing glory hole.
It doesn't really... You can't... You can barely touch lips. Like, you're really like, to get in there.
That was really nice.
Yeah.
That was very special.
Yeah.
Kissing and secrets.
Yeah, it's a really PG.
Yeah, PG glory hole
No,
for
P-
kissing in secrets. I'm going to use that in stand-up. I have a bit about glory holes that's not quite working. Everything on this podcast is owned by me. I've already done all the legal work behind your back. You're an employee.
Oh, thank you.
Monk admission.
This
Yeah,
seems
you
like
must be this zen to monk. That could be a weird, trippy test to be a monk. They could just annoy the fuck out of you, and if you ever get bothered, not very zen. I'm gonna make a theme park and make it must be this monk to ride, and they'll be like, "What does that mean?" And I'm like, "What does it mean?" You should go into a cave and think about that. Luckily, we have the King's Dominion cave right over there. $15 to enter.
You go to a monastery. It's a bunch of really zen dudes, and then 2 really obnoxious guys with VIP passes.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. We got into the meditate sesh,
We're
dude.
way more enlightened. If you want to really get enlightened, you do it with Bose headphones.
Yeah.
Bose noise-canceling headphones. Perfect enlightenment. The next one was Impact Coin. Made me think of Two-Face, the Batman villain. But one aspect of Two-Face they don't explore, I think he should be a fucking cunty gossip. You know? Did you hear about what my henchman said when he was getting beaten up by Batman? Oh my God. Two-Face is always calling your wife, being he was flirting. When he was on the job and we were being goons, he was totally talking to a girl. Who is this, by the way? Never mind.
Yeah.
Heads, I tell your wife you started smoking again. Tails, I keep it between us. You live to smoke another day.
They're both heads. I was going to always tell your wife.
Yeah, we know it's both heads. You're such a dick. No, why? Yeah, people, anybody who already knows it's both heads, you're such a dick. No. Heads. All right.
Can I see the coin? No. I'm telling people.
Two-Face, he does that so much they don't even call him Two-Face anymore. They're like, coin eater. He's like, no! That's been it. Hoppothetically, episode 62. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.